All right, guys, today's video, we're going to be removing the bezel or trim that goes around the stereo and climate control on this Ram pickup truck. So let's get started. Okay, so we are going to be removing this trim piece on this Ram pickup truck. Reason being is I was telling you guys that even though this is a 14, it does not have Bluetooth. It definitely doesn't have hands-free, but at least Bluetooth would be nice. And one of our buddies that is subscribed to the channel hooked me up with one of these. It's an upgraded unit that at least has Bluetooth. So at least for now, I'll have Bluetooth so I don't have to use this like FM adapter that I've been using, which has been a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna remove this. It's fairly easy to come off, and then it should just be 4 screws that hold the stereo in. So I'm gonna show you guys how to remove that. So first things first, you're gonna see this piece of trim up here, and then we're gonna have our 2 Torx screws right here, and we'll remove those. So use a T20 and get those guys out. Once you have those 2 screws removed, this whole thing is held on by a series of clips. So you'll be able to work your way around wherever you wanna grab from. It's got a bunch of speed clips on it, so this whole thing will just start popping out. So you can see there, wherever you wanna start working it from. I can use 2 hands and start working it all the way around. And a few good tugs and the whole thing just falls forward like that. So there you go, guys. It's just held on by a series of these plastic clips all the way around the perimeter. So since we're just changing out the stock head unit, it's going to be 4 screws in the corner, and I can swap that guy out. And we'll remove our cables from the back. Next up, we'll plug everything back in on our new one. Put it into position, we can put our 4 screws back in. So I just made sure it worked. It's got, you know, I didn't have to do any programming, which was nice. We were a little bit worried that maybe there was going to be a code that we'd have to put in, but as you can see here, she's up and running. So hopefully I have Bluetooth. Apparently I gotta turn it to run. We need some Bluetooth up in here. Heck yeah, we've got some Bluetooth. So I'm just pairing up my phone. Yes, sir. We got Bluetooth, boys and girls. We got Bluetooth. Boosted iPhone. What I wasn't expecting, you guys, is the sound quality to be like 10 times improved. It was absolutely garbage with that bass one. Now it actually like sounds half decent. So if you guys are ever thinking about this, if you can get your hands on this, you want to do it on a budget, people are pretty much like giving these things away, you know, super cheap because they're upgrading to something, you know, probably the 8.4 uconnect. But if you get your hands on one of these, it gives you Bluetooth, and it sounds pretty decent. So pretty straightforward on this. Let's just pop this thing back into place. So we'll get her lined up. We got our screws that are holding our stereo back in, so that's self-explanatory. And then this all just clips back in. And we'll put our 2 T20s back in the top. All right, guys, so that's a wrap. That's how to remove this bezel or trim that goes around the stereo and climate control. Pretty straightforward. 2 screws, bunch of clips. You can change your stereo. Maybe you'll do what I did or something completely different. But if you guys found this helpful or informative, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Check out the other videos on the channel. We have a lot of helpful Ram content and Mopar stuff. And also hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys on the next video.